Welcome, everyone, to Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. This is the Presidential Wrestling Federation, and I am stunning Steve Lincoln Douglas, here as always with my trusted cohort,
James J. Hamilton.
That's just it, and we are here with Reconstruction.
That's right, the PWF is back. You all recall the events of the momentous presidential mania where George Washington regained ownership for the presidential superstars, ousting Donald Trump as owner.
Indeed he did.
A decision still hotly disputed by Donald Trump and his Trump Wrestling Organization, which sued the PWF to dispute the results of presidential mania. And that's just one lawsuit, because you also recall Abraham Lincoln prevailing over Jefferson Davis at the CCW's Secessional Mania.
That's right, James, regaining the Southern Territory for the PWF.
And CCW also suing over the results of that match, claiming Abraham Lincoln cheated. But we are here in the South, in Alabama. The PWF reconstituted and attempting to reconstruct its identity.
That's just it, rearing our heads once again south of the border for Reconstruction, and we got some great matches coming up tonight, James.
That's right.
Every title on the line.
All the titles, including the vacant women's championship title.
Yes, recently reinstated. The women's title on the line tonight here at Reconstruction. But first things first, we got the tag team titles on the line. And what a match that should prove, James.
That's right. James Madison and James Monroe acquired the tag titles at Presidential Mania, coming out on top over JFK and LBJ.
That's just it. And they will be going up against the Adamses.
That's right. John Adams and John Quincy Adams trying to follow in the footsteps of the Bushes, who have shown that a father-son team could be a tag team championship combo.
Indeed, the Bush is quite effective as a tag team combo in the PWF, and we'll see if the Adamses can follow in their stead. Let's get down to ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, our opening bout for the Tag Team Championships. Our current champions, James Madison and James Monroe. Here they come, James Madison, James Monroe, looking pretty confident.
That's right. Madison providing the speed, Monroe the power.
That's it.
These two Jeffersonian Republicans beginning their defense of the tag titles.
Yes, a nice duo, a nice pair when you got speed and power.
They're hoping this will be the beginning of a long reign as champions.
And their opponents, the Addams family. Bow-da-da-doo. 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 And here they come, John Adams and John Quincy Adams, the Addams family.
Looking fierce, looking determined.
And indeed, you have to admire their intellectual knowledge when it comes to the squared circle. They deeply study the art of wrestling, and
that's true.
They're sure to be a challenge for anybody.
Any presidential superstars who have as voluminous a library of wrestling technique books as the Adamses do. John Quincy, of course, former Transcontinental champion.
That's it.
Looking to reacquire some championship gold.
That's right, and they've made their way down to the ring now, and it looks like we're about to get underway here. And we're off to the races here. James Monroe and John Quincy Adams electing to start things off.
You got Chief Justice John Jay officiating.
That's right.
Monroe and JQA squaring up. And, Monroe going for a big right hook. And, JQA ducked under it. And, he's got Monroe by the legs. He's taking him down. JQA staying low, got Monroe on the ground.
He swept him right off his feet, and he's getting up quick now. He's grabbed his leg, got him in an ankle lock.
James Monroe in a lot of pain already. JQA twisting that ankle.
Indeed, JQA taking a quick advantage in this bout, tricking Monroe.
Monroe now, he's pounding on the mat here, trying to crawl his way over to the ropes to break this hold, but JQA has got him in a vice-like grip.
But it looks like Monroe may have the strength. He may have the fortitude. He's inching his way. JQA trying to hold on, and he's wrenching that ankle every which way.
Madison shouting encouragement.
Reaching his slender arm out there.
Monroe gritting his teeth here, and he did get the rope. John Jay ordering JQA to break the hold.
Wow, unbelievable, the fortitude and power of James Monroe. Fortunately, he was close enough to his partner that he could get over there.
James Monroe tagging in Madison now, and it looks like John Adams has some critical words for his son on allowing Monroe to break that hold.
Indeed.
JQA now gonna make the tag. John Adams gonna step in as well, and Madison stepping in for the champions.
Two fresh contestants here, Madison and John Adams, and they are squaring each other up. James Madison, look at him. He is dancing around John Adams right now. He is basically taunting him. John Adams looking infuriated.
James Madison now taking a run at the ropes, bounding off the ropes, coming back. He just jumped over John Adams' head.
Look at that agility.
Bounding off the ropes again, coming back. He just slid in
between his legs. Unbelievable. Bounded back now. He's got John Adams confused. He's caught him in a roll-up pin. 1, 2, it's over.
No, John Adams reversed the pin. He's got Madison rolled up.
1, 2, it's over.
No, Madison kicked out.
Oh, my
John Jay
God.
says no.
And John Adams now atop of James Madison. He clearly has a weight advantage, James, and he is pummeling on him.
That's right. Adams holding Madison down and just wailing away. James Madison desperately trying to shield his face. His head's banging off the mat as John Adams rains blows down upon him.
It looks like this is over.
Madison in poor shape now. John Adams, he's going to get up off of him. He's going to peel Madison up off the mat and, a body slam.
My God.
Now John Adams, what's he doing? He's going to bound off the ropes there and, a splash.
Oof.
Bringing
and
his
that looked
weight
like it hurt.
Down on James Madison's frail frame.
Jim Madison lying prone now, and what's this? John Adams, he's picked up a leg. Oh no, it looks like he's going for the Boston Crab.
He's going to put him in his finishing submission hold.
He's going to put him in the Boston Crab, but
Madison,
my God.
He just kicked him in the balls.
John Adams, he's let go. He's backed up a couple steps. It looks like his face is turning purple, James.
Madison got him right in the groin.
John Adams, out of breath it appears. He's clutching himself. He's bent over. James Madison crawling desperately towards his corner now. James Monroe, arm outstretched.
Meanwhile, John Quincy Adams also calling for a tag here, but John Adams in a lot of pain, but he's waving his son off. He says no. He's not going to tag out.
That's most unusual, James, because Madison's made the tag to Monroe.
Here comes Monroe. He comes charging in. He just speared John Adams.
God.
It's too late for John Adams to consider a tag now.
That's
James Monroe's on top of him, and now he's raining blows down, much as Adams was just doing to Madison.
And John Adams in a world of hurt here, James.
He's in trouble.
The powerful James Monroe raining elbows down. Adams's face going left to right and left to right is more quick than the camera can even register.
James Monroe now getting up, and he's got John Adams by the hair.
My goodness,
he's dragging him up off the mat. Monroe now flings John Adams against the ropes and come back. A boot to the chin.
Oh my goodness.
John Adams down. Now Monroe, he's bounding off the ropes, coming back, and a big leg drop.
Ouch, he is just toying with him at this point, James.
John Adams has got to be on his last legs. Monroe inflicting a lot of pain.
Indeed.
He's got to be looking to finish this thing up soon.
I believe he is. He is peeling John Adams up off the mat again, hurling him against the ropes. And what's this? Oh my God! John Adams has picked him up and dropped him on his head. They're both down in the center of the ring.
Both men.
It took every last ounce of energy John Adams had in him.
A valiant reversal. And now,
oh my God, and they
John
are both
Adams,
down in the center of the ring.
John Adams needs to crawl into the corner and tag his son. What's this? He's crawling back the other way. He's going for the pin on James Monroe. Adams draping an arm across Monroe's chest.
1, 2.
Nope.
Monroe. Not that time.
Monroe kicked out. John Adams still down. Monroe getting to his feet. John Quincy Adams in the corner, screaming for his father to do something. He's down still now. But it's James Monroe's going to make the tag.
And here comes James Madison. James Madison, what's he doing? Oh my goodness, James, he's hopping immediately to the top rope. Oh my God!
It's the amendment!
The amendment from the top rope onto John Adams, who's prone. 1, 2, 3. It's over! JQA furious in the corner.
Madison and Monroe have successfully defended the tag team titles.
Surely they have. What a crazy turn of events here.
John Adams with his famous stubbornness.
Proving him no good here tonight, as the Adams family has fallen to James Madison and James Monroe.
There they are.
Still tag team champions.
John Jay handing them the belts. They're raising their hands in victory. And what's this? Here comes Abigail Adams into the ring to minister to her husband, who's slowly making his way to his feet.
John Quincy walking over and yelling something at his mother. No, she talking back to him. It looks like she's trying to calm him down.
Abigail still yelling at John Quincy.
He does not look happy, James.
John Quincy's pointing at his father.
John Adams up to a knee now.
Casting blame for this loss.
And Abigail helping up her husband, who is now to his feet, and John Quincy still railing away. And it looks like John Adams is not taking this kindly. They are exchanging words now. It is looking heated.
Father and son. John Quincy poking his father in the chest with his finger, trying to tell him a thing or two about wrestling.
John Adams, he doesn't appear to be taking kindly to this. He is exchanging words with his son now, Abigail, trying to calm the two of them down. Oh my God! What's this?
John Adams just took a swing at his son! These two now, they're trading blows! They're trading blows!
Oh my God, John Adams, John Quincy Adams, they're squaring off in the center of the ring. Abigail's trying to break it up.
My God! A total breakdown in the Adams family.
And here comes John Jay. He's getting in there. He's separating them. Couple other chief justices running down, trying to restore order here.
Abigail now, she's laying into both of them verbally. She is not happy at this turn of events.
No, this doesn't look good for the Adams family, James.
Nope. Looks like John Quincy's he's going back to the dressing room now. Abigail wiping the blood off of her husband's face. A sad ending to this match for the Adams family. This is not what they were hoping for.
That's just it. If they were aiming to be like the Bush tandem, they fell far short here tonight.
That's right. The Bushes gaining the titles through excellent teamwork. The Adams is losing this match through poor teamwork. And now they've had a total falling out between father and son. Just a sad thing to see.
That's just it. And boy, what could that lead to?
That remains to be seen. But now, we're going to take a little break for a word from our sponsors.
Hey kids, are you craving more exciting action with your favorite presidential superstars?
Yeah!
That's great, because now we have the Presidential Wrestling Federation Superstar Action Figures.
Cool!
You can collect all of your favorite presidential superstars and engage in one-on-one battle tag team battle, or recreate your own presidential rumble or survival sequence. You could even create your own presidential mania.
Awesome!
Featuring Abraham Lincoln,
I'm gonna do the rail splitter.
Harry Truman,
The buck stops here.
Calvin Coolidge,
You yes.
and Richard Nixon.
I'm no crook.
That's right. Collect all your favorite presidential superstars today. Ring sold separately.
And we're back live at Bryant-Denny Stadium. The capacity crowd of over 100,000 reeling in the electricity of the first bout we saw, but that is nothing compared to our next bout, James.
That's right. The PWF women's title has been vacant for some time. The former owner, Donald Trump, I believe, stripped Eleanor Roosevelt of the title and then
Indeed he did.
canceled the entire women's division. But it is now back, and the vacant women's title on the line. Its former holder, Eleanor Roosevelt, will take another shot at reclaiming it. This time her opponent will be Michelle Obama.
Indeed, and a fitting opponent is Michelle Obama. This is going to be quite the bout. Let's spare no time. Let's get down to ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the PWF Women's Championship. Introducing first, Eleanor Roosevelt. Here she comes, elegant Eleanor.
There she is.
And she is looking ready. James, I feel like she thinks this thing is just basically due to her.
Well, she is the most experienced wrestler in the women's division. She has been through the ringer.
Indeed.
In the Donald Trump era of the PWF, and she came out on top in a handicap match at Presidential Mania against Melania and Ivanka Trump. She figures just one opponent should be a cakewalk.
That's just it. And her opponent, Michelle Obama. And here she comes, Michelle Obama.
Looking formidable. I think Eleanor might be a little overconfident here.
Indeed, Michelle Obama looking quite fit and ready for this bout as she makes her way to ringside.
And she is a fan favorite, although not so much here in Alabama.
Indeed not.
Franklin Roosevelt and Barack Obama not at ringside here. They're both in the
That's
dressing
right,
room
James.
preparing for their own matches.
Indeed, both Franklin Delano Roosevelt and Barack Obama, their own matches this evening.
They have title shots coming up after this. But now
These women here on their own. And speaking of women, our referee for this bout, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
That's right, with no men involved here, anything could happen.
Indeed, what shenanigans could be at play when the boys are away. Eleanor Roosevelt, Michelle Obama, they are ready to square it off here, and it looks like we're ready to begin here. Here we go. And it looks like they are just circling each other, exchanging words. Who's going to make the first move here?
Staring each other down, sizing each other up.
Looks like Michelle Obama's rushing in for the first move, but Eleanor's grabbed her head and given her a knee.
Ooh.
That doesn't help Michelle Obama's cause. Eleanor now grabbing Michelle by the hair, and she's picking her up, tossing her against the ropes, and another flying knee.
Eleanor getting off on the right foot, or rather the right knee.
Indeed.
Michelle scrambling to regain her footing here. Eleanor gonna grab Michelle again, fling her against the ropes. Oh, Michelle ducked under a clothesline.
What's this now?
She's coming back in. Oh, it's Eleanor goes down.
My God.
With the clothesline. Michelle Obama turning the tables here. Now she's going to pick Eleanor Roosevelt up the mat, and oh, she's lifting her up and a body slam.
My goodness.
Michelle Obama showing off her power and upper body strength.
That's it. She's grabbing Eleanor again now, and here she got her picked up and a suplex.
Ooh.
Eleanor now, prone on her back. Michelle, seemingly in control here. What's Michelle Obama doing? It looks like she's climbing up to the second rope here. She's got her elbow out. It looks like she's going to give an elbow drop. Here she comes.
Oh, and Eleanor!
My God!
Eleanor with another elbow to the midsection. Michelle down.
Both of these women now prone on the mat.
Who will be the first to get up? It looks like Eleanor. She's going to bound off the ropes and come up with a leg drop. Oh, Michelle mowed out of the way.
My God!
Quite an even matchup here, it seems.
Indeed, both of these women on the mat prone again.
Justice Ginsburg counting. They each have till 10 to get up.
Michelle fairly close to the ropes. She might be able to get there.
Well, it looks like both of them are going to scramble to their feet in plenty of time. They're in opposite corners now, trying to regain their breath.
Each of these women must acknowledge the other as a talented artist.
That is right. They both may have met their match here. Someone's going to have to come out on top. They're making their way back to the center of the ring, once again circling each other. Sizing each other up again, reevaluating.
They're squaring up now, these two powerful, independent women. And who's going to come out on top, James?
They're grappling. I don't know who. Oh, and Eleanor. Oh, she goes around the back and she's got Michelle in a half Nelson.
God.
She's got the half Nelson on Michelle. Eleanor displaying excellent technique here.
Indeed.
She is applying a lot of pressure. Michelle in a lot of pain right now. Justice Ginsburg asking Michelle if she wants to submit. She's emphatically shaking her head no.
Indeed she is. The fortitude of Michelle Obama here.
Eleanor applying the pressure. And what's... Oh, she just had a knee in Michelle's back.
Goodness. Michelle Obama is in a world of trouble right now, James.
Eleanor has got that knee in the small of her back. She's just digging in. At the same time applying the half Nelson.
And it looks like Eleanor Roosevelt could be gaining back the women's title.
Well, she sees it in her grasp here.
Michelle Obama in some serious trouble.
Still shaking her head no. Not considering tapping out here. But she's got to do something because Eleanor is applying a vice-like grip to her here.
Michelle, she's trying to look at this, James. Look, she's getting up to her knees and leaping forward towards the ropes. She got a little hop in there. Eleanor trying hard to keep her grip, but Michelle, she's trying to squirrel out of it, and she keeps trying to hop towards the ropes, getting up on her knees and leaping forward.
And there she jerks forward once again, and she does make the ropes.
She made it!
Justice Ginsburg telling Eleanor to break the hold.
Unbelievable. Eleanor forced to a neutral corner as Michelle now able to try and recuperate. But boy, is she having a hard time getting up.
Well, she's going to
make her way to her feet here.
Slowly get to her feet. But, well, Eleanor is bounding off the ropes. And, oh, a flying shoulder to the chest.
My God, and
Michelle,
it bounced her off the turnbuckle.
Michelle down once again.
Flat on her face. And Eleanor
grabs her by the hair. She's going to peel her up off the mat, and it looks like, what's she doing?
She's sticking her head between her legs, James. Oh, my goodness. Lifting her up for a pile driver.
Ooh. Michelle Obama in big trouble now.
Indeed she is.
I thought Eleanor was going to go for the pin there, but it looks like she's picking Michelle Obama up again. And what's she doing? Looks like she's Looks like she's going to put Michelle up on the ropes.
What's this
Oh, my
now?
God.
Oh, my goodness.
She's
I
setting her up for a suplex off the top rope.
Unbelievable.
Eleanor.
This could be very, very bad, James, but
She's got Michelle sitting now on the top rope. And now she's going to get up there on the second rope, getting her into a suplex position. I think this is going to be the end of this match here if she gets
I
this
believe
move.
you're right, James. Oh my God! Michelle, she leaped forward. She butted Eleanor in the
God.
head. She butted Eleanor in the head.
Now Eleanor's flat on her back.
And Michelle flat on her stomach. Eleanor, blood pouring out of her nose.
I think she broke her nose. Michelle Obama, a headbutt right to the face.
Michelle, she's up on her elbows. She's making her way towards Eleanor, who appears to be unconscious, James. Hopefully she doesn't choke on her own blood.
Michelle inching ever closer here, and now she's going to throw her arm across Eleanor. She's going for the pin. One,
2, it's
No,
over.
Eleanor, she kicked out. She is
At the last split second, Eleanor Roosevelt
regaining
able to
consciousness.
kick out. Unbelievable.
Justice Ginsburg saying that she did not get the pin there.
I
Eleanor.
thought for sure that one was over, James.
Eleanor still not really moving much, though. Michelle getting up to her knees now. And now she's got Eleanor by the hair. The tables have turned.
The tables have turned. The tired Michelle Obama now ready to return the favor to Eleanor Roosevelt.
She is in control now, and looks like she's going to return the favor of a pile driver.
Oh, my goodness.
Eleanor, her blood smeared all across the mat.
And Michelle picking up Eleanor now. And what's she doing here? Oh, she's running her headlong into the turnbuckle.
Oh, my
And she
God.
smashed her face off it again.
My God.
Eleanor's going to need reconstructive surgery.
Indeed she will. Some surgeon is going to make a killing off of this match.
She'll need a whole new nose, James. And maybe some new teeth.
Maybe even more than that.
Indeed, Eleanor Roosevelt in a world of trouble here now. The tables having turned. Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama's got to be looking for an opportunity to finish this thing off. It looks like, she's going to get Eleanor Roosevelt in. Oh, no, she's putting Eleanor Roosevelt up on the ropes now.
Uh-oh.
She's going to retry that suplex that Eleanor failed.
What is happening here?
Eleanor prone on the top of the rope here, and Michelle Obama grabbing onto her. She's got her by the... Oh, and there it is! A suplex off the top rope.
Oh, my God, what a maneuver. And this
thing
has to be
gotta
over.
Michelle Obama getting to her feet. Eleanor, totally unconscious now.
She is done, James.
Michelle just brushing herself off. Looks like she's about to go for the pin. What's this?
Oh, my God, who is
See
it?
someone...
It's Edith Wilson.
Edith Wilson has come out of the
It's
dressing
Edith
room.
Wilson running full bore up to the ring and standing at the outside taunting Michelle Obama.
sees her. These two, bad blood between them. Obviously, they were on the same team at Suffragette Slam and ended up trading blows on one another.
That's just it.
Michelle Obama having some choice words for Edith here, who is laying the verbal abuse back. Justice Ginsburg getting in between them. Edith, well, she's not getting in the ring. She's not really doing anything wrong. She doesn't really belong here, but...
That's just it. Justice Ginsburg trying to get in between these two women, but it looks pretty heated, and oh my goodness, Edith Wilson just called Michelle Obama an uppity N-word.
Michelle Obama flipping out now.
She is fuming, James.
Justice Ginsburg holding her back.
Somebody needs to get Edith Wilson out of here.
And here comes Sandra Day O'Connor and Sonia Sotomayor and Elena Kagan.
My goodness.
The other female justices.
They need to get
They're telling
Edith Wilson under control
they're
here.
telling Edith Wilson to leave. Michelle Obama still fuming in the ring.
Meanwhile, behind her, Eleanor is up on her hands and knees. She is coming too. She's nearing the ropes. She's going to pull herself up to her feet. Michelle,
she's totally unaware.
She needs to pay attention to the match.
She's looking at Edith Wilson, who is still getting close to the dressing room there, but
3 female justices trying to take her back, and she is still launching forward with insults.
Michelle doesn't even see what's going on behind her. Eleanor Roosevelt is creeping up and... Oh, she got Michelle in a sleeper hold!
Oh my God!
He's applying a sleeper hold to Michelle Obama.
Michelle, she has no chance. She has no chance. She didn't expect it. She
Eleanor,
had no protection.
She's not close enough to the ropes. Michelle Obama, she's flailing her arms around trying to break this hold, but Eleanor has got it wrapped tight around her. Michelle.
Indeed, Eleanor gritting those big teeth of hers.
Michelle's arms flailing with less gusto now. I think she's starting to lose consciousness.
It appears so.
Michelle down to her knees. Eleanor behind her, squeezing tight, squeezing the life out of her.
This is not looking good for Michelle Obama, who basically had this in the bag, James.
She did, but now it looks like she's starting to go limp. Justice Ginsburg grabbing her by the arm there, lifting her arm up, letting it go, and it drops. She can't hold her arm up.
That's
Justice
one,
Ginsburg
James.
Gonna lift her arm up one more time. And it drops a second time.
That is 2, James.
This is her last chance here, Justice Ginsburg, lifting Michelle Obama's arm for a 3rd time. And she is out. She is totally asleep.
She's out. It's over. I don't believe it.
This match is called for Eleanor Roosevelt.
The winner and new PWF Women's Champion, Eleanor Roosevelt.
Eleanor.
And the crowd erupting, James.
Eleanor Roosevelt regains the PWF Women's title. Michelle Obama still asleep in the ring. A shocking turn of events here. Michelle Obama had the PWF Women's title in her grasp.
She had it in the bag, I would argue, James. But
that's right.
What a turn of events. But the crowd here in Tuscaloosa loving the results.
That's right. Eleanor Roosevelt.
Proudly regaining her title.
That's right. There she is. She's raising the belt high. Michelle just starting to wake up now and realize what happened. Seems to be cursing herself here.
Yes, indeed.
She has herself to blame just as much, if not more than Edith Wilson, who really had no business being there, but it was up to Michelle.
She lost her focus a little bit there.
That's true.
And Eleanor Roosevelt was able to take advantage. My goodness, what a match.
Wow.
And
showing once again that the women's division belongs here in the PWF, that these women just as talented as the men.
Absolutely, even though they are paid less. And we will be keeping in line with some of the folks from this last match, as the next match is for the Transcontinental title, James, and we have Woodrow Wilson going up against Barack Obama.
That's right.
So let's get down to ringside here. Ladies and gentlemen, the following bout is for the Transcontinental Championship. Introducing first, Barack Obama.
Here comes Barack Obama, looking
Indeed, here
very
he comes.
upset. Looking very upset already.
Almost jogging to the ring to get to the winded and wounded Michelle, who is to her feet now outside of the ring, but looking rather worse for the wear.
That's right. There's Barack consoling Michelle. These two commiserating over what just happened here in this ring. Awaiting Woodrow Wilson. There's a lot of history here between Woodrow and Barack.
Indeed there is, James. They have come up against each other 2 different occasions. Woodrow Wilson always finding a way to come out on top.
That's right. The Obamas might say the Wilsons cheating their way to the top in those last 2 matches, but We'll have a third chapter to that saga here tonight.
Indeed, we will.
And this time the Transcontinental Belt will be on the line.
That's just it. And his opponent, the Transcontinental Champion, Woodrow Wilson. Here he comes, Woodrow Wilson, the academic.
On his shoulder is a Transcontinental Belt, and on his arm is Edith Wilson.
Indeed she is. Could academia run wild here tonight?
Perhaps. Look at that smug smile on Edith Wilson's face. She's looking at Michelle Obama. The Obama's still very upset. They're having
Michelle shouting out some words towards Edith, who is just laughing it off at this point, it looks like.
He's having a word with the official here, Chief Justice Edward Douglas White.
That's right, Chief Justice Edward Douglas White, the officiator for this match.
Chief Justice White seems to be brushing Obama off, not really wanting to hear what he has to say. Chief Justice White, I guess he's not here to officiate the previous match, but he should expect some shenanigans here if we got Edith Wilson and Michelle on the outside as managers here.
Indeed, he's going to have to be on his guard.
We should perhaps have some reinforcements from the justices, but perhaps not. Chief Justice White, of course, a former Confederate soldier. Woodrow Wilson, as a young boy growing up in the Confederacy.
That's just it.
Probably not the situation the Obamas were hoping for here.
No, certainly not, James. I think the cards might be stacked against them.
Well, this capacity crowd here in Tuscaloosa seems pretty excited about it.
They certainly do. It appears that
they are cheering for Woodrow Wilson here.
That's just it. It appears the Obamas, the underdogs here.
Indeed, they may have an uphill battle, but Barack Obama has shown himself more than capable of handling Woodrow Wilson in the past.
Indeed he has, though he's never yet come out on top of him, James.
Yeah, there's been a lot of extraneous distractions in those matches, and there certainly will be here with Edith and Michelle on the outside. Michelle looks to be avoiding Edith, not even looking in her direction. I think she feels bad about costing herself the women's championship, and she's going to try to avoid costing her husband the Transcontinental Belt.
I believe you're right, but that's not stopping Edith from apparently running her mouth nonstop.
Edith trying to bait Michelle Obama. Michelle ignoring her for the time being, but we'll see what turns out here.
Barack looking somewhat annoyed as this match is about to get underway.
These two squaring off in the center of the ring. Chief Justice White looks ready to get this thing underway.
And here we go. Woodrow Wilson and Barack Obama
with the Transcontinental Belt on the line.
Wilson in a boxing stance, trying to goad on Obama, who is kind of just lounging around at this point, it looks like. Wilson, he's got his fists up, he's ready to go, and Obama just kind of
somewhat disdainfully viewing Woodrow Wilson here.
That's just it. He's just kind of shrugging him off. Well, what's this? Here comes Obama in a quick charge.
Ooh!
My God, and he speared Woodrow Wilson down to the canvas, and he is pummeling away.
Wilson caught off guard by that quickness from Barack Obama, who is now laying into Woodrow Wilson.
He came out of nowhere.
That shut Edith Wilson up.
Indeed it did. Edith now slamming on the canvas, calling out her husband's name.
It's not doing him any good right now. Barack Obama pounding him into the mat here.
And Obama now standing up over Wilson, lifting him up by the head. And he's picking him up now. What's he going to do here? And oh my God, a reverse DDT.
Wow. That has gotta hurt.
Indeed it does. The neck of Woodrow Wilson probably dislodged at this point.
Wilson in a lot of trouble already.
Indeed. Obama goading over the prone Wilson. Here he goes. He's lifting up his leg and, an elbow drop right to the midsection.
Ooh. Obama setting Wilson up here. I don't know how much longer this thing can last. On the outside now, Edith once again. She's going up to Michelle. Michelle Obama walking away. Edith following her around the ring.
What's this now?
Running her mouth. Michelle trying to stay away from her. Barack sees what's going on. He's trying to call Chief Justice White's attention to what's going on the outside. Chief Justice White just waving Barack Obama away, trying to call his attention back inside the ring.
That's it. His chief focus is what's going on in the ring, James. He is not concerned with what's happening outside unless it directly interferes with the match.
Michelle trying to avoid interfering with the match and trying to avoid Edith Wilson.
Edith just stalking her, though. And a barrage of insults flowing from the lips of Edith.
Michelle
Wilson.
just picked up a steel chair.
Uh-oh.
Edith backing away somewhat. Michelle going to put the chair down. Now Edith's picking up the chair.
Uh-oh.
Barack Obama now. Barack leaning out over the top rope, trying to get Chief Justice White to get involved with Edith wielding a chair.
Chief Justice White apparently wants nothing to do with what's happening outside of the ring. He's focused on the in-ring action.
Well, speaking of that, Woodrow Wilson now stirring to his feet.
That could be bad for Barack Obama, who is completely distracted. He has no idea that Woodrow Wilson...
Wilson now, he's got a hold of the Transcontinental belt.
No.
Oh, he just hit Barack Obama
God.
in the back of the head with the Transcontinental belt.
He just smashed Barack Obama in the back of the head with the Transcontinental title, and Obama is unconscious.
Chief Justice White must not have seen that. Or perhaps he did.
I don't think Justice White saw it.
I think he did see it. I think it was right in front of his eyes. I think he just turned a blind eye to it.
My goodness, could that be possible?
Edith Wilson now looks like she has opened that chair up and sit down in it. Looks pretty satisfied with herself.
Indeed she does. And Woodrow Wilson looking satisfied with himself now as he lifts Obama up off the canvas. And what's he gonna do here?
Wilson kicking Obama in the midsection. And again, Barack Obama bent over. Wilson grabbing him up. Going for a big suplex here.
Oh my goodness. Wilson now in control of this match. Much to the dismay of Michelle outside of the ring there. She is avoiding Edith Wilson, James.
She's doing her best, but now it's up to her husband to turn things around here in the ring. Woodrow Wilson back in control of this match. Woodrow Wilson peeling Barack Obama up off the mat, flinging him against the ropes. He bounces back. Wilson going for a dropkick. Oh
my goodness.
Barack Obama slid right under it.
He's dived right under it. Now Wilson is flopped down onto the mat, prone, and Obama trying to get up to his feet. Wilson trying to get up to his feet. Obama charging in with a knee to the head.
Ooh.
My goodness.
Wilson.
Down on the mat, Obama. He's lifting him up. What's he doing here? He's putting Wilson's head between his legs. Obama looking to the left, nodding to the crowd.
Look at Edith.
He's looking to the right, nodding to the crowd.
Edith's freaking out.
She surely
She
is.
knows what's about to happen.
Obama picking Wilson up over his head, and oh my God, what a power bomb!
My God.
A devastating power bomb to Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson.
He came down the nape of his neck.
He is hurt.
He surely is, James.
Edith Wilson now jawing at the referee.
She's up out of her chair now.
She may be helpless to affect what is going on here in this ring. Barack Obama. He could go for the pin right now, but he is peeling Woodrow Wilson up off the mat again. Oh no. I think I know what he's going for now.
I think you're right, James.
He's getting Woodrow Wilson up. It's the stimulus!
Oh my God!
Oh,
the
he
stimulus.
just hit him with the stimulus. This one is over.
It's gotta be over,
Barack Obama going for the
He's
pin
going
now.
down for the pin.
Chief Justice White counts one. And a very slow two.
There's a two
And
now.
he is taking his time. And
He's
look at Edith Wilson.
What's this? Edith Wilson, she's pulling him. She's pulling his leg onto the
Wilson's
rope.
foot is up on the rope.
Wilson's foot on the rope, and White has noticed.
He's not going to count three. He gave Edith Wilson there a lot of time, and now
Obama protesting, slamming his
Obama
hand on the
is
ground.
flipping out. Michelle Obama now pointing at Edith. Both Obamas casting the blame on Edith Wilson there. White seems to be claiming he didn't see it. Edith Wilson in the ring now. She's trying to wake up her husband. He is down on the mat.
I don't know that this should be allowed, James.
Well, the Obamas, I mean, they're just yelling at the referee here. They think this match should be over. Edith does not belong in the ring. She looks to be shielding her husband from further harm.
Indeed, she does.
Now Michelle's in the ring. Edith letting her have it. These two, once again, jawing at each other. Barack Obama trying to get some justice from the Chief Justice here, but seems to be
a lack
getting
thereof,
nowhere.
James.
Woodrow Wilson now making his way back to his feet. Edith still standing in front of him like a human shield. Barack wanting to get back in there on the action. Michelle facing up to Edith here, but careful not to lay a finger on her. Not wanting to cause a disqualification. Edith running her mouth.
Why isn't Justice White getting these women out of the ring?
Looks like Chief Justice White is ordering Michelle out of the ring.
Yes, he's turned his attention to Michelle Obama first, trying to get her out of the ring. And Barack is now berating him, and now they're in an argument.
I mean, Edith was the first one in. Edith she's shielding her husband from this match.
This is unbelievable, James.
She's continuing the verbal abuse. And I think she just said the N-word again.
My God,
Michelle Obama.
I heard it.
Michelle Obama took a swing at Edith. Edith ducked. Michelle connected to Woodrow Wilson's face. Woodrow Wilson crumpled to the mat.
My goodness.
And it looks like
unbelievable. And what's that?
Chief Justice White is calling for the bell.
He's calling the match.
He's disqualified Barack Obama.
He's disqualified Obama. It's unbelievable. The winner and still Transcontinental Champion, Woodrow Wilson.
The Obamas are furious.
I don't believe it.
They're pleading their case to Chief Justice White. Edith Wilson just baited Michelle Obama into throwing a punch there.
This is unbelievable.
Edith was all ready to duck. She had that whole thing planned out.
This is unbelievable, James.
The Obamas complaining to Chief Justice White about Edith's use of the N-word. Seems like their pleas are falling on a deaf ear. It looks like Chief Justice White using that word quite liberally himself.
Indeed it does.
Telling the Obamas to get out of the ring.
The Obama's disgusted.
Once again, cheated out of a victory against Woodrow Wilson.
That's just it, James. Now, Wilson v. Obama. Obama is 0-3.
What a shameful turn of events here.
Indeed.
This is not what the PWF is supposed to be about.
No, it is certainly not. This was quite a dirty match.
Seems like Woodrow Wilson, and perhaps even more so Edith Wilson, in need of a stern comeuppance.
That's just it.
Some might say that Barack Obama didn't get a fair shake in any of those matches.
Indeed, James. It would be a fair statement.
Well, the fans out there can let us know what they think by calling into our toll-free hotline, 1-800-PWF-LIVE. The phones are lighting up after that last match.
That's right. Express your own opinion about the goings-on in the PWF with the PWF hotline. That's 1-800-PWF-LIVE. Give us your call now. The phones, as you said, James,
lighting up after that last match, and we have several comments.
Yeah, a lot of people agreeing that Barack Obama got cheated. Some others think maybe he had it coming. One comment here saying that wouldn't have happened under Trump. I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that Barack Obama necessarily got fair treatment under the Donald Trump ownership of the PWF.
I think you're right, James.
But some fans, perhaps nostalgic for the Trump era.
That's just it. In any event, we got the PWF Championship on the line. George Washington, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, when we come back.
Hey kids, are you craving some more exciting action with your favorite presidential superstars?
Yeah!
Well, you're in luck, because coming soon it's PWF The Game, where you can take control of your favorite presidential superstar in an all-out brawl, with many game modes, including Presidential Rumble,
I'm gonna be the last man standing.
Survival Sequence,
I'm gonna survive.
and Presidential Mania.
I could lick Joe Biden.
That's right. It's Presidential Wrestling Federation The Game. Coming soon by Super NES and Sega Genesis.
And we're back here live at Bryant-Denny Stadium. This capacity crowd of over 100,000 rabid fans, James. Not to mention everybody that's tuned in online across the world.
That's right. We all thank you for paying $29.95 for this great PWF pay-per-view. One thing you can definitely say is that it's worth the money.
Indeed it is. And what an event we have had. And we're far from done here, James. We have next up the PWF Championship on the line.
The main event.
Indeed, as you remember, George Washington
Regaining the title at Presidential Mania.
regaining the PWF itself, James.
That's true. The PWF Championship, almost an afterthought in that match, but it is the main prize here.
It certainly is, and going up against Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Now, some said, why FDR? Has he earned a title shot? Well, he certainly has. If you've been watching Wednesday Night War, FDR tearing through the ranks as of late.
That's right. Ever since he got those leg braces, he has been a force to be reckoned with.
Indeed he has. Well, without any further ado, let's get down to ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event for the Presidential Wrestling Federation Championship, in this corner, accompanied by his manager, Elegant Eleanor, the challenger, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Here they come, James.
Here comes FDR.
FDR accompanied with Elegant Eleanor Roosevelt.
Yep, she already has a championship belt of her own there.
Indeed she
Roosevelt's
does.
looking to add another one to the family collection. FDR looking determined.
Indeed he is.
Docking down to the ring.
And steady on his feet.
Indeed.
And introducing next, accompanied by his manager, Marvelous Martha Washington, the PWF champion, George Washington. Boy, here they come, James, and look how dignified.
There he is. The PWF champion. Father of our country, George Washington.
With Marvelous Martha by his side.
And marvelous she certainly is.
Indeed.
These two, a presidential power couple. George Washington, maybe the most prominent figure in the PWF. A well-deserved champion.
Well, that he is, James. Indeed, arguably the most prominent figure in the PWF and a deserved champion. What all he has been through to get there as well, as our stolid listeners will remember.
Well, he's got quite a battle on his hands tonight, defending the title against FDR in what is certain to be an all-out brawl.
Indeed.
FDR hungry for the title, George Washington just as eager to defend it.
That's just it. We got a classic brawl on our hands, and it looks like things are getting ready to go.
We got Chief Justice John Rutledge officiating. He's confirmed that both competitors are ready. The two of them are going to shake hands here, and we're ready to get underway.
Wow, and a respectful handshake, and here we go. George Washington and FDR squaring away, the bionic legs of FDR trouncing about the ring.
George Washington staying stationary and eyeing up FDR. These two titans ready to clash.
Who's going to make the first move here, James? It looks like it could be anybody's game. Washington, of course, with the height advantage, but FDR, newly reconstituted, not too much shorter than Washington.
No, he's pretty much right there in size with Washington, and FDR, of course, got great upper body strength.
Indeed, he does.
All those years in the wheelchair.
We'll see if he's able to put it to effect here tonight.
These two men really circling each other, eyeing each other up.
Yeah, they are taking their sweet-ass time.
And there goes FDR.
Oh, here we go.
They're grappling up now.
And let's see you. FDR appears to have some surprising upper body strength. George Washington seems surprised, but now Washington bringing it back to the center. Who is the stronger of these two? Washington forcing with all his might. FDR, it's still about center. My God, it could go either way. They could both pass out right here.
These two in a full body arm wrestle type situation here.
It's unbelievable.
They're just going back and forth.
It's completely in the middle. You could see they might blow each other's backs out, James.
My God, what a test of strength here. George Washington pushing back hard on FDR. Looks like he's gaining a slight advantage here in this grapple.
What a challenge.
These two men, Washington pushing FDR back, and FDR broke the grapple and elbowed George Washington right in the midsection.
Unbelievable.
And then,
maneuver.
A right hook to the face. FDR taking the initiative here on Washington.
Indeed he is.
FDR.
Washington seems stunned.
FDR raining some blows down on George Washington here. And then he's going to grab Washington and fling him against the ropes. Come back in a big clothesline.
Oh, my God.
George Washington is down. FDR.
I don't know that anybody would have expected to see this, James.
FDR taking the initiative on the champion here. And he wastes no time grabbing George Washington up. What's he going to do now? Oh, a DDT!
Jesus Christ.
FDR with the DDT. I think the middle D in DDT stands for Delano right now.
Indeed it does. That looked like it hurt.
George Washington in trouble here right off the bat. No one saw that coming.
Peeling him up off the mat. And what's he going to do now? He's running him headlong right into the steel post.
Ooh.
Right into the steel post. He ran him right in there. Washington flat on his back. It looks like he has a gash above his left eye.
My God.
Blood pouring down.
FDR, it looks like he's climbing up to the top rope right now.
Oh, my God.
What is this? George Washington lying prone on the ring. FDR, a giant leg drop out the top rope. And he connects. George Washington's in trouble. FDR going for the pin here. One, two. No. George Washington still some life left in him. He kicked out there at the last second. Chief Justice Rutledge said no.
The tenacity of George Washington.
FDR came real close right there. And he's not going to let up here. He's grabbing up George
the
Washington.
Title, James.
He feels it within his grasp. George Washington still very hurt. FDR picking him up off the mat. Oh, and he get him with a big body slam there.
Oh, my goodness. What a long rise for Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Indeed. Think about
what a long ladder he's had to climb to get to this position.
He has
coming up for the title.
He certainly has displayed a lot of tenacity. He
Indeed.
Let any obstacle stand in his way. And just think about the strength that it takes to lift George Washington up and slam him down to the mat.
That's just it, George Washington. A big man. And FDR proving tenacious here. As he is in control of George Washington. He's grabbed his leg now and he's rolling back on him. He's trying to roll back on Washington's leg, seeing if he'll submit.
Wow.
I don't know that that's going to work.
Well, Washington's in a lot of pain right now, but he has a very high capacity for pain.
Of course, FDR targets the legs of his victims to make them feel his own pain.
As you'll remember, knows what it's like.
That's just it. As you'll remember, that banned match, we can't even show it, between FDR and Marco Polio, who has since been jailed.
Indeed.
And FDR, his performances, for some time since then, hampered by his injuries sustained in that match, the Presidential Rumble.
He had the classic wheelchair match with Harry Truman.
Indeed.
But then he got
as revenge for the Presidential Rumble.
He got those leg braces, and no one's been able to stop him since.
That's just it. He is looking quite good here tonight, as he is in control of this match. He has got Washington at his mercy, as he has an arm and a leg, and he's stepping on Washington's lower back.
Wow.
And pulling on those limbs.
George Washington, his arm and leg sockets being tested here.
Indeed they are. And Justice Rutledge in Washington's face now, asking him, "Are you done? Do you want to give up?" Washington gritting his false teeth and saying no.
He's got sweat pouring down his brow. He's clenching his teeth, his eyes. He's in a lot of pain, but he is adamantly shaking his head no.
That's just it. You see some discoloration at the temples. Washington beginning to turn red.
He's rocking back and forth here.
In a lot of trouble.
FDR with that foot right in Washington's back. Washington now squirming around here, trying to throw FDR off balance. FDR holding on like he's dealing with a bucking bronco here.
Indeed, and this looks like it could be over for Washington.
George Washington just flailing with all he's got left against this excruciating pain, just not willing to give up.
What's this? Oh,
FDR is down.
A mighty pelvic thrust from George Washington. FDR is flat on his back.
That pelvic thrust.
Washington. He's crawling over towards the ropes. He's trying to pull himself up to his feet.
FDR's bionic leg thrown off balance by Washington's pelvic thrust.
Unbelievable, James. And now, George Washington back to his feet. FDR, he's got himself over on his back, but Washington's quick, and he's on FDR. Washington, he grabs him by the bionic legs, and here he comes, and oh my God! He grabbed both legs and rolled forward on him. He wrenched both bionic legs to the point that they might not work.
My God. FDR in trouble now. Washington still somewhat hurt himself. I don't know how he managed to turn the table so quickly. FDR crawling towards the corner.
That's the unbelievable tenacity of George Washington.
On the ropes here. Looks a little wobbly on his feet. George Washington now charging into the corner at FDR.
Here he comes.
FDR got him with an elbow to the face.
Oh my God.
But Washington looks unfazed.
Oh, what's this?
Speared FDR into the corner.
Oh.
Washington now grabbing FDR, whipping him into the opposite corner, and he smashes into the turnbuckles, and Washington's right behind him with the splash.
My goodness.
FDR was face first into the turnbuckles, and Washington splashed into him. FDR crumples to the mat now.
And what's Washington doing here now? He's picking FDR up. He's got him between his legs, and here he goes. He's lifting him up. He's lifting him up.
My
over
God!
the back of
Look
his
at
head,
that strength!
and it's a razor's edge.
Oh my!
My God!
FDR is down. He is in trouble now, Washington. He's going to be finishing this thing off any minute.
I believe so. Proving himself PWF champion, George Washington.
Wait, what's this? Who is that? This
Wait a
crowd is going
second.
by. That's Donald Trump!
Donald Trump!
Donald Trump's come out of the locker room. He doesn't belong here.
Donald Trump doesn't own the company anymore. What's he doing here?
He's now president of the Trump Wrestling Organization. He's no longer affiliated with the PWF.
What is he doing here? He's coming to ringside.
Washington sees him. He's staring him down.
Former PWF owner Donald Trump taunting George Washington virulently. And, well, Washington appears unfazed, James.
That's right. It doesn't look like he's gonna let this get to him, and then he's gonna take a charge at Donald Trump.
My God!
Oh no!
No, he's
he
not.
Just bounced off
He's
the
coming
rope.
back.
Oh! He just hit a
my
reverse
God.
elbow drop on FDR.
Look at that!
Donald
What a
Trump.
maneuver!
Donald Trump not succeeding in distracting George Washington here. He's gonna
Donald
stay
Trump
focused on
shaking
FDR.
his head, but with a smirk on his face as though he has something up his sleeve.
Washington staying focused on FDR here. He's just about ready to finish this match off.
Indeed, it
FDR
looks as though
in a
he
lot
is.
of pain. Washington picking FDR up off the mat. I think he's about ready to go for the farewell
I think he's
address
going for the
here.
farewell address, James.
But there's Donald Trump's going over to Martha right now.
What's this?
He's looks like he's making some kind of lewd comment towards Martha. Meanwhile, Washington has FDR all ready to take him up into the farewell address. Oh my God, Donald Trump just pinched Martha's butt.
He pinched her butt, James. Oh my God! And Washington
he
has
just
noticed.
He just dropped
And he is
FDR.
pissed.
He is fuming.
He surely is, James. He is over at ringside
Chief
there.
Justice Rutledge is holding him back. He is letting Donald Trump have it. He is swearing at him. His face is beat red right now.
Cursing up a storm.
Meanwhile, Eleanor's on the outside. She's shielding Martha from Donald Trump and is having some words of her own for Trump.
Indeed, she is. They
Trump needs to
have
watch
had a run in themselves, James.
George Washington wants a piece of Trump right now. Chief Justice Rutledge holding him back. Donald Trump continuing the verbal abuse.
Chief Justice Rutledge seems to be losing control of this match here, James.
Well, that's what happens when Donald Trump gets involved. Things just become chaotic.
He shouldn't even be here, James.
George Washington, absolutely apoplectic right now.
Indeed.
And there's FDR coming up
Oh my
from
goodness. Wait, what's this now?
FDR. He rolled up George Washington to a pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
My God!
God.
FDR! Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and new PWF champion, Franklin Delano Roosevelt!
FDR, the new champion. George Washington is pissed.
Unbelievable turn of events.
George Washington, he's diving outside of the ring to go after Trump. Donald Trump running away.
Donald Trump squirreling away from him.
George Washington chasing Donald Trump around the outside of the ring. Trump now in the ring. There's Washington. Donald Trump is in trouble.
Uh-oh.
He is shaking his head
gonna
no.
happen here?
He's shaking his head no. Donald Trump is saying yes, and he's got Trump by the throat.
Oh my God!
George Washington has Donald Trump by the throat. And what's this? It's Jefferson Davis.
Oh my God!
It's Nathan Bedford Forrest and John
no.
Tyler.
It's the
David,
CCW.
The CCW has come to
The
Donald Trump's
CCW.
rescue.
My God! The
There's-
CCW coming to bail out Donald Trump.
And here comes Lincoln. Here
What?
comes Ulysses S. Grant.
That's it. The PWF superstars are coming down to the ring.
And
oh
here
my
comes
God.
Chief Justice Marshall with a whole contingent of Chief Justices trying to keep order.
This is chaos down here,
Chaos
James.
is about to break out in this ring. The Chief Justices now interposing themselves.
My God, it's chaos.
Lincoln and Washington. Trump and Jefferson Davis now. My God, Donald Trump just cost George Washington the championship.
I've never seen anything like it. Of course, you can never tell what's going to happen in the Presidential Wrestling Federation, but this is beyond the pale.
That's right, the Chief Justices, aided by a contingent of Secret Service agents and National Guardsmen to maintain order here. What is going to happen? Donald Trump is going to have to pay for this.
Indeed.
Donald Trump now coming over here to the announcers table.
Yes, it appears he...
Looks like Donald Trump just took Stephen Lincoln Douglas's mic. Steve temporarily off mic now. Donald Trump getting back in the ring with our microphone. Former PWF owner and champion Donald Trump about to address this capacity crowd.
Gentlemen and broads and losers. Losers like George Washington, who just dropped the PWF championship to FDR, just like how he lost it to me. What a loser. It must bring back some harsh memories, ain't that right, George? A complete loser. Bad teeth. George Washington, a complete loser. He claims to own part of the PWF. But what have they become? They've become nothing after Trump. Yeah, what a loser. Cheated me out at Presidential Mania. But I tell you what, George, the bullet's coming back to bite you in the butt because this isn't over. Trump is not done. He doesn't let sleeping dogs lie. He's coming back. You cheated me out at Presidential Mania, but I'm coming back. Listen closely, George. I have already filed a lawsuit to gain back ownership of the PWF, which is rightfully mine. I was cheated out of it at Presidential Mania, and in addition to that, my friend, my dear friend here, we all love him, Jefferson Davis, he's filed one as well, and we are going to take back control of what you stole. So, George, here's the deal. And I'm the master. I wrote The Art of the Deal. It's a bestseller. It ought to be standard literature in every school. So here's the deal, George. You can either lose in court, or we could settle it in the ring, which I am prepared to do. You pick 3 of your quote-unquote best PWF superstars, and I will pick the best of my elite TWO, CCW combined force. And there we have it. We'll settle this once and for all, George. If you have the balls, which I don't know if you do. You don't have any teeth. Your teeth, maybe they're made of wood. What are your balls made of? Do you even have them? I don't know. Maybe I ought to ask your wife. Maybe I ought to ask Marvelous Martha. We all love Martha. So what do you think, George? Take me up if you got the gumption.
My God. Donald Trump laying down a challenge to George Washington and the PWF, offering to settle the pending lawsuits. He and Jefferson Davis joining forces to challenge the PWF superstars.
Sorry, James, I had to climb into the ring real quick to get my mic back, but by God, what a turn of events.
George Washington and Abe Lincoln conferring now, trying to decide what to do.
This is absolutely unbelievable.
an unprecedented turn of events here.
That's just it. It could turn into a 3-on-3, and with great stakes on the line. Well, it looks like maybe they've reached a decision. Let's see what's going to happen here. No. Oh, what's it? Want me? Me? You want me to come up? Oh, okay. It appears George Washington wants me to come. Okay.
George Washington now has Stephen Lincoln Douglas's mic. It looks like he's going to provide an answer to Donald Trump right here and now.
Donald Trump, we accept.
And there you have it. The PWF has accepted the challenge. This capacity crowd has erupted.
Can I have my mic back? Thank you.
My God, what a turn of events here.
Indeed, James. Unbelievable.
This was to be PWF Reconstruction. Now, everything we've constructed, once again at risk.
It looks like it could prove to be deconstruction.
The PWF now on a collision course with not only the CCW, but the Trump Wrestling Organization.
That's it, the CCW and the TWO.
It seems everything will be decided next time in a big 3-on-3.
That's just it, and for the Presidential Wrestling Federation, I'm Stunning Steve Lincoln Douglas.
And I'm James J. Hamilton.
We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for listening.